Welcome back to Mixology Kids. Thank you for being a valued subscriber, and if you're new here, welcome. Today we got a special presentation for you. We've done a collaboration, first of our series. We're going to be collaborating with mixologists from around the world. Today we have Greg from Bootleg Greg Cocktails, and he's visiting us from the east coast of Florida. So he's going to be teaching you about his cocktail, the original Lone Ranger. Without further ado, I'm going to leave it up to him. You guys are in good hands, and thanks again for being a valued subscriber.
Welcome to Mixology Kids. My name is Bootleg Greg. I'm the owner of Bootleg Greg Cocktail Co., transplant of Africa, and crusader of a art form called Mixology. We're here with Uncle Nearest Distillery, and we want to bring to you a very special cocktail in honor of Black History Month in conjunction with Uncle Nearest Distillery, called the original Lone Ranger. Cocktail Kids has made it super simple for you. So we have our black orange saccharum syrup, and this contains macerated orange peels, cherry, a little bit of bitters, some sugar, everything that you need for an old fashioned. We're gonna do a half an ounce of this. Put that in your mixing glass. I'm using the Uncle Nearest 1856. And we're gonna do 4 times the amount of sweetener to whiskey. So we're gonna do a full 2 ounce of Uncle Nearest 1856 whiskey. Then we want to add a couple drops of aromatic bitters. And what I like to do, I like to taste my concoction at room temperature. So we're going to stir this up before we add the dilution. Proper tasting etiquette, back of your hand. I think that's perfect. And I'm going to add some ice. Now what we do when we stir, we're doing 3 things. We're manipulating temperature, we're adding dilution, and we're adding volume. And we want to pour this out. Of course, fresh ice cubes for the presentation always. And we want to reach into your little Ziploc bag, airtight. Dehydrated perfumed oranges. Perfect. Cheers. Now gather around, kids, we have our cocktail. Listen to this story. It's the early 1800s. Bass Reeves, 6'4", 260 pounds, gets in an altercation with his slave owner over a poker game. He cold clocks him, knocks him out. He has to hightail westward, the Badlands, Indian Territory. Whilst there, he lives amongst the Seminole Indians. He learns their ways, ancient hunting techniques, fighting, tracking. Now fast forward, it's 1875. America is now a different place. Slavery is abolished, and the United States, as you know it, is trying to expand westward. But there's one problem. Everywhere west, it's Badlands. It's Indian Territory. All the vagabonds and the criminals, that's where they reside. So America needed a way to tame that. In steps Bass Reeves, one of the first Black American deputized U.S. Marshals. Now he was fit for this role. He knew the Badlands. He spoke the Indian language. Bass Reeves was so badass that to this day, he has the most writs and warrants executed, over 3,000. He even arrested his own son. I'll tell you how badass he is. Bass Reeves was executing a warrant for 2 vagabonds. He moonlighted as a beggar, showed up to their house, knocked on the door. The mother of the vagabonds opened the door, and Bass Reeves took on the personification of a beggar who's hungry, looking for a place to stay the night. The lady lets him in. He went and he dined with the family, with the guys that he's how to take out a writ on. Got drunk. When they all went to sleep, he woke up. They were in chains. That's how he operated. There was one time that he went to arrest a gang and they got the drop on him. 3 against 1. They had him at gunpoint. And Bass Reeves calmly said, "What time is it?" You know, the guys looked around puzzled, and while they were looking at his watch, he got the drop on them. Shot 2, cold clocks 1 with his pistol, drags him off to court. Right? Now, there's countless more stories of Bass Reeves and his epic adventures. And legend has it that he was the original inspiration for the Lone Ranger movie. Now, of course, it's early history and facts can or cannot be disputed, but what cannot be disputed is that Bass Reeves is the original Lone Ranger, right? The original Lone Ranger told with Uncle Nearest Tennessee whiskey. Cheers.